Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Everyday Man Show. I'm Average Joe here with.
I'm just Josh.
All right, guys, we're going to kick it off. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, our first topic today, big news, Monday Night Football. Tom Brady just looks terrible. Belichick looks like he's never coached before in his life. Is this duo, is it over for them? Are they on the decline? Should Brady be benched?
Oh, yeah, someone asked him in the press conference after the game about Tom Brady and the status of quarterback, and he, like you said, he gave him a blank look. He didn't even respond. Yeah. Tom Brady's going nowhere. That new rookie Galactico, or whatever the hell his name is not going to be a replacement for Tom Brady. I mean, Tom Brady is the best thing since Joe Montana. He's going to have a window of failure before they just come throw him out to the dogs. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. Secondly, this is not all on Tom Brady. I mean, I think this is a Belichick deal. Like I said, I think this is more a Belichick declining than it is Tom Brady. Bill Belichick, I mean, look, he gets rid of Logan Mankins. The Tim Wright deal didn't look. He's not looking like the tight end that he thought, the tight end that was promised. And Brady had a big deal with Mankins being gone, and him leaving. I mean, and you can tell he's not comfortable in the pocket. I think Tom Brady could see this coming. I mean, the Welker deal, Belichick still, at a wash on that. But I mean, you got to look at Brandon LaFell. He was the Carolina's #1 receiver. You haven't seen much from him this year. And the moves Belichick made in the offseason, I don't think really benefited the Patriots, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. Belichick has made all these runs. It's arrogance, really, saying, "Oh, we've done it forever. We can still do it."
Yeah.
But trading away your best offensive lineman,
Pro Bowler,
ruin the chemistry of the team. I think. So I got Tom Brady still being the best quarterback in their future for the next maybe 3 years. He's getting older, but he's still got. I think his best thing's always been his mind.
This might be the year where they have to, an eye opener where, wow, we have to start looking for a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree to that. Now maybe they have to start looking for a quarterback for the future. They got rid of Ryan Mallett. He knew the system. He knew all that.
Right.
And obviously they had more trust in Brady for a few more years, and they were going to let him go. But now, yeah, it is an eye opener. Tom Brady is going to have to be replaced some way down. I mean, he's 38 years old. How long do you think the guy can play?
Right.
So
I don't even know how long Belichick wants to coach
and speaking of Belichick, he looked very old yesterday. For the first time ever, he looked very old. He looked beat up. He looked washed up. It didn't look fun to him. I think that makes a difference. I mean, you win 3 Super Bowls. You go to 5 or whatever it is that he did.
He's been there for like 13 years, 14 years, whatever.
That's going to take away a little bit of your
I think he's tied with Tom Brady. I think that he might be gone when Tom Brady's gone.
I could see that, them retiring together.
It'd just kind of be tough for him. Like, I think it would totally spoil his legacy, too, if he starts just having 4-win, 5-win seasons without Tom Brady. It's kind of like, is he even really a good coach?
Yeah, no, you're right, because then it's a question of, was it Tom Brady that won the Super Bowls, or was it his coaching ability and his ethics and what he does, his zero-tolerance type of demeanor that he brings to the team? But, I mean, they're not going to talk about it. They're the Patriots.
Right.
So you won't get nothing out of them. That's why we're doing this show.
Yeah,
so
we'll have no idea until it
happens, until the crap hits the fan.
All right, next question. Jim Harbaugh.
From one coach to another coach.
Right. They win last week. They looked pretty good. They stifled the Eagles. They stomped them out pretty much. Jim Harbaugh, though, is questioned by Deion Sanders. He gives a report, and he works for the NFL Network. He just says he's hated in the locker room. People don't. I don't know if it's respect or they don't want to play for him. But and Jim Harbaugh came out and said that's crap. But do you think that
you can see the frustration on the sideline? You can see some type of. I mean, it's not like it was last year or the years prior. Colin Kaepernick obviously has. He's not settled, but I think it's a part of their whole team being gone and missing. And you got your running backs that are hurt, LaMichael James and Lattimore, and you got a couple new receivers that are veterans, so they're trying to find their spot. You got Alden Smith suspended, a lot of guys that are injured that aren't there, and it's going to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Because people are expecting the 49ers. What it comes down to is the expectations. The 49ers are supposed to go to Super Bowl or bust. Right. To San Francisco fans. If they don't go there, it's a bust. And they're not going to settle for an 8-8 season or anything any less than, going to the Super Bowl or going to the division title. So I think it's just heads bucking, but they're going to get it together. They'll get a rhythm, and all this will go out the window.
Yeah,
I mean,
a few weeks down the line. Yeah.
I think if Deion Sanders really knew that, I think he would kind of reveal the sources. I don't think anyone came out and said, "Hey, I don't like my coach," because Deion Sanders as a reporter, that's his job. Why would he not reveal that source?
I don't know.
He would reveal the source.
Because that's a story, a huge story.
He would reveal the source,
and it's so questionable now. Like, you don't really believe it.
But yeah, they're not tight knit like they were when they were winning. But that comes with losing.
Right.
So
yeah, there's always going to be people upset.
If you're settled and you're completely happy and you guys everything's all hunky dory still, and you're losing, there's something wrong with you. Your attitude,
right.
Because you're obviously going to need change. If nothing changes when you win or lose, it just can't happen like that. It can't be that way.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and just say I think this is his last season there. I don't know if he's that hated. I don't think he likes the place as much as he wants to. I don't know if he's going to go to Michigan or anything like that. Maybe he's just done. I don't know. But he's a great coach. If you respect him in the locker room, I bet he does great by you. And he's a winner. So
it's just ironic that Mike Singletary, he had the same issue when he was coaching San Francisco. So
right.
I don't know how many of those guys are remaining on the team from when Singletary was there. Like you said, McDonald and maybe Vernon Davis and a couple handful of guys. But this is the same
Gore.
Same thing they're looking at. The same exact deal where there was a question mark if Michael Singletary was respected in the locker room. And now it's coming down to the same thing. If this is the case, and it's a lot of the same chunk of players, you have to wonder if it's just the players. Yeah. When they start losing, if they just can't handle losing.
Maybe.
So
maybe there's just a lot of pressure there. All right, and then the playoffs. The baseball playoffs start today. We haven't done much on baseball, but today it's the Oakland A's versus I want to say the Chiefs versus the Royals. It's a one-game playoff. It starts today, and then tomorrow is San Francisco versus the Pirates. Who do you got?
Let me start with I kind of have a beef with the one-game playoff. I mean, you play 162 regular season games, and you got one game, just boom, throw it out there.
Yeah.
I think there should be a best of three at least. Get them to go through the rotation, because that takes away from the team. You could be the best team on the field. One game.
One bad play.
One game.
Yeah.
But you got to play a series, because that same guy, your pitcher, your ace, doesn't get to pitch the second and third game. Mm-hmm. So it comes down to, after 162 games, you go through all the pitching rotation, all these injuries, all the stuff that happens. It's about who's a better team. And I think this comes down to who has the better players for the one game. And it comes down to, and I don't really like that, because if you have a better ace, then you're going to be more favored to win, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you would win a series, that you're a better team. So I do kind of have a beef with it, but that wasn't your question. I'm going with Oakland. I think Oakland, they found a way to do it all year, and I think they just find a way to do it again. They're a scrappy team, and they got a really good pitching rotation. I mean, like I said, it's a one-game playoff, but I'm going to go with the Athletics. And as far as San Francisco and Pittsburgh, I would go with San Francisco.
Okay. To speak on the playoff situation, I think it puts an importance on winning the division, which is good, I think. But yeah, definitely just getting into the one-game playoffs is kind of tough, and it hurt the Rays last year. They got in, and then their whole rotation was kind of messed up.
On top of that, I think almost a one-game playoff might benefit a team, because now they get a little momentum, or they get a little rhythm going. They're in the playoff, because it's different ball than it is in the regular season. You're playing playoff ball; it's a totally different ball game. And I think you got to get these guys on board, and if anything, they could carry the momentum over to the following series. So I think, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the one-game playoff. I'm really not, because why play 162 games?
Yeah,
it just doesn't make much sense. So
yeah, but as for my picks, I'm going to go with Kansas City, because I'm just more of a fan of Kansas City. I don't think either team's going to go to the World Series, but I want Kansas City to win. They haven't been for 29 years to the playoffs. I think they deserve one win. And then I got San Francisco, because they've been there year after year. They got all the experience, all the great pitching. I got them winning.
Well, who do you got winning the World Series?
I have to go with the Dodgers. I think it's their year. They got Kershaw, who I think is the best pitcher.
Yeah, definitely, hands down. No, yeah.
And if you got him going twice in a series, you just got and you got Greinke, and you got Yeah,
so you're going with the rotation. I'm going with the lineup. I'm going to go with the Angels. When you got Albert Pujols, Josh Hamilton, you got those veterans And then you got Mike Trout, the best utility player, best all-around ball player in the Major League Baseball today. It's a perfect mixture of young, ambitious, hungry talent and veterans that are going to be able to they're going to be able to hit off Greinke and Kershaw and work their way through because, like I said, they're veterans. They got a good lineup. So it would be either team could win.
Right.
Dodgers but I honestly do believe that it's either one of those two.
Right.
I do believe that it is.
So
you made
it's
a good
LA
pick.
versus LA in the 7-game World Series.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens.
We'll go from there. But if it's anything like what we've done with the NFL season this year, we won't mention it. Okay.
All right. We're off.
Because we're way off on that.